There's a hidden pattern on the neck that lets you connect every chord that you need without jumping all over the place, just within 5 frets. It changed my rhythm and lead playing overnight. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you exactly how to find all 7 triads in any key right in a single 5-fret stretch and turn them into killer moves you can apply to your music right away. Make sure to download the tracks, lesson summary, and diagrams from the link in the description below. In order to make the most of this lesson, we need to review a few triad shapes on the 3 thinnest strings to make sure we are on the same page with the music theory. You can do this concept on every set of strings, but we will stick to the 3 thinnest strings today. We need to learn the 3 essential shapes in each inversion for major, minor, and diminished triads. Let's play these today in the key of G, the people's key. And make sure to stick around till the end because I'll show you how to make all the chord shapes sound instantly more musical. Let's learn the major, minor, and diminished in what is called root position first, with the root as the lowest note, okay? Okay, so I'm playing this chord at XXX, 12, 12, 10. That's G, B, and D. So that's a G major triad in root position, which simply means that the root is the lowest note of the chord. Okay, now in order to make that chord into a minor triad, we need to lower the 3rd, which is on the B string. So we will end up having 12, 11, and 10. And then finally, the 3rd chord that we will need is going to be the diminished triad. That's going to be, right? So that's root, the flatted 3rd, and the flatted 5th. That's frets 12, 11, and 9. So those are the 3, major, minor, and diminished. Okay, let's now do the same idea with the first inversion chords. And that's just going to have the 3rd as the lowest note. Remember, all of these are written out in the free PDF that you can download. So for G, we're going to go down to the 3rd fret position here, and we're going to play XXX, 4, 3, and 3. So that's got the 3rd on the bottom, then the 5th, and then the root. A G major triad. Now, if we want to turn that into minor, we need to lower the 3rd. The 3rd is the note that's on the G string, right? That's flat 3, 5, and the 1 there. And then finally, the diminished triad. That's flat 3, flat 5, and 1. Frets 3, 2, and 3. Okay, great. So now, let me show you the 2nd inversion triads here. This one should look quite familiar to you. It looks like a D chord just moved up. The 2nd inversion has the 5th as the lowest note. All right, so we have 5, 1, and 3. If we want to make it minor, 5, 1, and flat 3. That should look like the saddest of all chords, right? Like Spinal Tap said. Okay, and then finally, if we want it to make it diminished, we will lower the 5th. 6, 8, and 6. So again, all of these diagrams are included in the free download. So we are going to use a little bit of each of these shapes. In any major scale, our chords always happen with the same formula of triads, okay? I'll do this using the first inversion. 1 is major, 2 is minor, 3 is minor, 4 is major, 5 is major, 6 is minor, 7 is diminished, and then we're back to the 1 major again. That 7 isn't used that much in popular music, but it's a nice one to know. Many times we end up practicing these chord shapes shifting up the neck, like I just played them. Now, that's okay, but it can kind of lead to a bit of a disconnect in the sound. One of the most common themes in connecting chords is called voice leading. And that's where you essentially try to play the chords as close to one another as possible. Each of the chords in the key can be played conveniently within 5 frets, which is going to lead to much better voice leading. Let's start with the chords in this shape. That's the lowest triad that we have played, and that's the first inversion. I just like it because it's down here and it's in a really convenient position, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to play all of the triads in the key of G in a 5 fret position. That's going to be between the 1st fret and the 5th fret. Let's go ahead and walk through those. So we've got G major. We'll just move up to the A minor. But instead of continuing on, for the B minor, we'll use this wonderful shape that's so close by, and just right up there to the C major chord. Then to our classic, what looks like our classic D major chord here, the E minor here, and the final chord that we're gonna play is that F sharp diminished back to G. Now that's quite a few chord changes, so I want you to take your time with these. You first want to work them out so that you can play each of them, and then you start to put them together and be able to play them back to back. Now I've included a nice little backing track that once you have them under your fingers, you can use to explore and play a little bit on. Let me show you how I might practice playing between each of these chords. So each chord is going to get a full measure, and we're going to transition to the next one every 4 beats. So check it out. Might play a little funky strumming. Diminished. Okay, so you notice how nice the chords sound when we're connecting them like that. And now a quick word from the sponsor of today's video, my full course, Solo on Guitar, Fretboard Freedom. I recently added an expanded triad series to help you learn the triads across the neck and start to instantly apply them to music. Grab 50% off today and notice a difference in your guitar playing right away. Click the link in the description below and let's get practicing. All right, back to the lesson. So make sure to download those backing tracks so that you can practice with them and make that music right away. Let's go ahead up to the next version so that we can learn these chords together. So this particular inversion is the one that has the 5th in the bass. So we're gonna play that familiar chord shape, and then we'll move up to the A minor. And then we have a simple B minor. That's just one finger laid across 7/7/7. So our C major is a really nice shape. That's going to be XXX 9/8/8. Our D major chord will be down here. That's 7/7/5. Our E minor chord. Our diminished F sharp diminished chord. Back to G. Let's hear those in context again. And as you can tell right away, the nice thing about these shapes is they stay so far out of the other instrument's way. So if there's a bass player that you're playing with, or you're playing with a keyboard player, or another guitarist who's playing really big, low chords, you can be kind of the icing on the cake of rhythm guitar playing, and just kind of the sparkling on top and grooving and sounding really good. Let's go through this last set of triads with this nice voice leading. So I'm back to the original shape in root position all the way up the fretboard here. So we've got 12, 12, and 10. That's G major. Up to A minor. Then I've got B minor to C. D major to E minor, and this nice little stretchy F sharp diminished triad, back to the G. Let's hear that in context. Maybe I just arpeggiate them. You could put a little delay on. As you notice, they all sound really great. Now let's take these triads just one step further. We're gonna make them sound a little bit more interesting by embellishing each of the chords. I wanna go back to the original set that we started down here, just starting at this 3rd fret, right? The simplest way to kind of embellish these chords is to literally take any of the chord shapes and just add a note above or below that's in the scale, and you just kind of toggle between them. So what I mean by that is when we're on this G chord, right above that chord, I have an A note that I could grab on the high E string, or an E note on the B string, or even the C note on the G. And all of the chords will have chords that, or single notes that you can kind of toggle between. Now, some of them are gonna sound a little better than others, but you'll have to decide that for yourself and start trying to practice it, right? You can't just watch a video into playing this stuff really well. You really need to take the material and play it yourself. Now, some other fun stuff that you can do is hammer on or slide. And what I try to do sometimes is a simple way is just visualize the chord that's maybe higher or lower. So if I'm on the G, I might see the notes of the A minor. If I'm on the B minor, I might see the notes of the C. If I'm on the D, I might see the notes of E minor. And F sharp, that one's a little wacky. I might just hang on that and then go back to G. So let me show you how this sounds over the track. Now that you've learned to master triads in just 5-fret positions, make sure to watch this video next in order to learn how the pros play rhythm guitar.